Hey everybody, Donnie Eisenhower here. And if you've recently earned your North Carolina real estate license and you're working through your post-license requirement, you're in the right place. In this video, we're covering Section 1 of Post 301, that is agency relationship and duties. This section is one of the most heavily tested areas in the course because it focuses on the responsibilities as a broker and the fiduciary duties you owe to your client. And before we jump in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel below by clicking on the button, and then also download the free worksheet from the link in the description below so you can follow along with this video and prepare for the end of course exam. Let's get started. Why agency matters. Agency is really about one thing, and that's trust. Clients can trust us with some of their biggest financial decisions that they're ever making. And as a real estate brokers, we're fiduciaries, meaning we have the relationship of trust and confidence and must place our clients' interests above our own. If you remember nothing else from this chapter, remember the acronym O.L.D.C.A.R. O.L.D.C.A.R. These are the 6 fiduciary duties that brokers owe to their clients. So let's jump in. O is obedience. Obedience means following all lawful instructions from the client. Notice the word lawful. If a seller says, don't tell the buyer about the leaky roof, you don't obey that instruction because it violates license law. Instead, explain why the request is illegal, and if necessary, terminate that relationship. Also remember, as agents, we generally cannot sign our client's name. We cannot accept offers for them or make decisions for them. Let the client make the decision. L. L is for loyalty. Loyalty means putting your client's interest above everyone else's, even your own. Avoid self-dealing. So for example, suppose you know a property is worth $400,000, but you secretly try to buy it for yourself for $350,000 without disclosing what you know to that seller. That is a violation. Also, dual agency is another area involving loyalty. And whenever adverse interests are present, you want to make sure that you get consent. It's required from all parties involved in the transaction. D is for disclosure. This is huge. North Carolina brokers have an affirmative duty to discover and disclose material facts. Notice the word affirmative. That means you can't simply say, I don't know. You're expected to investigate and disclose information that would affect a party's decision. And there are 4 categories of material facts. There is 1, fact about the property itself. Examples of that would be a roof leaks, foundation problems, or there could be mold issues. 2, facts directly relating to the property. An example of that would be zoning changes, easements, or there could be restrictive covenants from an HOA. 3, facts affecting the party's ability to complete the transaction. The buyer can't qualify for financing, or the seller is in bankruptcy. And then 4, facts known to be important to a particular party in the transaction. Maybe a buyer specifically says, I absolutely need high-speed internet. If you discover the property does not have high-speed internet, that is a material fact to the buyer. And so material facts in North Carolina, these are specifically considered material facts such as EIFS or stucco, even if it's been replaced, polybutylene piping, and then also current and former meth houses. Now, what is not material fact? North Carolina says these things are not material facts: death or illness in the property, AIDS or HIV, haunted houses, and nearby sex offenders. So remember, non-material fact doesn't mean you lie. It simply means if you're not required to volunteer that information unless you're asked about it specifically. C is for confidentiality. Confidentiality protects information that could hurt your client's negotiating position. For example, motivation to sell, or financial situation, or the lowest acceptable price. That's information that you want to keep confidential. A is for accounting. Accounting means properly handling money, documents, and property that is entrusted to you. Trust money should be handled according to commission rules. Records must be maintained properly. And then always remember, it's not your money, so treat it accordingly. R is for reasonable skill, care, and diligence. Clients expect competence. And so what that means is advertising on the property of market value, preparing contracts correctly, presenting offers, advertising effectively, and also discovering material facts. And here's another important point. Whether the house is worth $150,000 or $2 million, your duty remains the same. So let's talk a moment about misrepresentation versus omission. These can be tested. Misrepresentation, you say something is false. For example, the roof is brand new, but it isn't. Omission is you failed to disclose something. You know the crawl space floods, but you say nothing about it. Silence can get you disciplined just as easily as saying something as false. Caveat emptor. That means buyer beware. Let the buyer beware. The buyer has responsibility to investigate the property, but do not misunderstand this principle. Even though the property is sold as is, brokers, we still have a duty to disclose material fact. As is does not eliminate your disclosure responsibilities. Let's talk about agency disclosure. One of the biggest rules you'll encounter is working with real estate agents disclosure, or the WWREA. You must provide and review this form at first substantial contact. First substantial contact occurs when a consumer begins sharing wants and needs, or confident information is discussed and the interaction starts looking like an agency relationship. Is it in person? If it's in person, review immediately. If it's over phone, email, or social media, you want to do it no later than 3 days after first substantial contact. So as we wrap up here, quick exam tips. Remember O.L.D.C.A.R, obedience, loyalty, disclosure, confidentiality, accounting, and reasonable care and skill. Remember the 4 categories of material facts. Know the difference between misrepresentation and omission. Know that death, AIDS, haunted house, or sex offenders are not material facts. And remember, as is never removes your duty to disclose material facts. Y'all, congratulations! That's it. Thank you for jumping into section 1 for the review of Post 301 class. If this video helped you, I would love to hear from you. Drop in the comments below and let me know where are you at on your post-license journey. And if you're working on Post 301, 302, or 303, make sure to subscribe because I've got more videos coming to help you finish your post classes and become a successful North Carolina real estate broker. Y'all, thank you for watching, and as always, I am here to help you from licensing to close.